speech, sir. That's the First Amendment.
Yeah, America.
America! Fuck yeah!
Like y'all for tuning back in. We were back once again. And you can see my friend feeling good. And we both going through some our own separate bullshits. But we going to fight through. We're going to push through this. So, man, I was watching the news at work today on my lunch break. And they was talking about that the Venezuelan gangs have started to head into Texas. You know, on top of that, you got them in Chicago and Aurora, Colorado, probably other places that's not reported. Which what we were trying to figure out was how is these gangs getting to move so freely and operate like there's no consequence. That's crazy to me, cause it's just crazy in Texas. Texas is like gun central.
That feels like fake news on that.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
I hope
it's fake news because I got a lot of family in Texas too, but I just don't see Texas just sitting down and let that go like that.
I know down here in Louisiana, we would not deal with that very well down here. Okay.
Yeah, shit.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? My Ninja Turtle ass have been doing something.
Just put yourself in this mind frame. Okay, I go to work 40 hours a week, 45 hours, 60 hours a week, whatever it might be. Work 2 jobs maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, to go live in this apartment complex. And I've got my, I might have my wife, I might not have my wife.
I might have a wife and a kid.
I might have a kid with me. I might have a couple kids with me. I might have my mama living with me. I might have my mama and my kid living with me. There's no telling. Just put yourself in this mindset. Put yourself in this group of people, okay? They're scraping by every day, working their asses off.
Yeah.
And then they come home, and some people from Venezuela that are illegal aliens that aren't even supposed to be here anyway, just come up to them and just like, you're going to pay us money.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I mean, it's
that's really fucking nuts.
I don't even know what to say, man.
Yeah.
Where are the police?
Yeah.
Where's the government in these places?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that violating the law?
Apparently they don't care about the law.
I mean, this has been in several cities. It's not just Venezuelans, it's Haitians too, apparently.
Haitians?
Yeah, there was
Get
Haitians.
your news one, huh? The Haitians.
Look, I am not racist one bit. I don't give a damn what color you are. But when you come over here and the first thing you do is break the law, break the law, okay? You break the law. You do. That's the very first thing you do when you come over here. If you come in here illegally, right?
Okay.
That's the whole... Do you hear the word illegally? You are coming across the border illegally.
You know what's so weird, though?
It's like, you're not...
You know what's so weird about all this, though? Now,
this topic
the
infuriates me.
understanding is that some of these Venezuelans was in prison. And they emptied out the prison and sent things worse to the worst here. Know what I'm saying?
Not just Venezuela. It's been several countries.
Yeah. So you know what they remind me of?
And you know what they told them too?
What?
They said, if you come back here, we will kill you.
You know what they remind me of?
What?
Scarface.
Which part?
Remember how Scarface started off? Castro emptied the prisons out, told them they had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
They showed up on the shores of Miami.
Yeah.
And remember Freedom Town? They put them in the fence in that makeshift under the freeway. So,
I mean,
that's crazy, man. Life imitating art, ain't that's wild.
They're at the lowest estimation of the number of illegal aliens that we have here in our country right now. The lowest estimation is somewhere between 7 and 10 million people.
Man, that's wild.
On the other side of it, it's between 20 and 30 million.
Oh, so what we gonna do about that?
Nothing with our current administration.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, she said, Kamala has said many times the border wall is like Donald Trump's like dream, like his fantasy is to have a border wall. Which, look, a border wall is not going to, but at least you've got a wall, some way to like funnel people in. Yeah, do they still dig underground tunnels? Yes, they do. But there's other ways to deal with that too. But if you can just walk across the border anywhere you want, I mean,
Well, but my thing is, how they gonna?
why would you even start to dig an underground tunnel if you can just drive a car across the border? Riddle me this, Batman. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I see what I got put up with. This is what I got put up.
This is like, it's terrible, man. It really is. But a lot of people think, well, a lot of these cities that are having these problems are heavily Democrat cities, and they're like sanctuary cities.
So,
Like Chicago is a sanctuary city. New York,
it's the
sanctuary city.
Democrats' fault.
Los Angeles is a sanctuary city. Okay, all these places that have problems with the legal.
It's the Democrats' fault, huh? That's what you're saying?
Well, it's just whoever said, "Hey, we're gonna make ourselves a sanctuary city." Everyone, come on. We don't care who you are, even if you're a gang member.
How you know they gang members?
Well, it was a gang that took over the apartment.
Oh, well, yeah.
Remember?
My bad.
Venezuelan gangs. I don't know what gang it was, but that's what's been in many, many different news reports right now. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's sad. Like,
Well, I got a question for you. Who's responsible for these people showing up over here? Who you
Right
think
now-
the blame should be
right
pointed at?
now, the Biden-Harris administration. That's who is completely responsible. On day one when Joe Biden came into office, he signed like 8 executive orders that completely reversed everything that Donald Trump had ordered with immigration.
Well,
And they didn't even recognize it to be a problem until this year. The Democrat Party did. Like, it was never in the news. It was only in conservative news for like
okay.
from 2020 to 2023. Only in this year, with it being an election year, has it actually made much press in like the other news, which would be NBC, CBS, ABC. Okay. And those 3 networks, all 3 of them lean to the left. ABC News alone, there was there's somebody that does analysis on like news,
Uh-huh.
and the report was that on ABC News did the reporting on Donald Trump. 93% of it was negative. 93% of the reporting on Donald Trump was negative.
Well, they be on Trump ass, aren't they?
Like,
He can't
he's
get a
just
break.
he's just talking and running for office. How is 93% of it negative?
They be on Trump ass. What?
Shouldn't you just report what he says? Why should it be positive or negative? If you report in the news, you're just supposed to say what the man said, right? You're not supposed to say whether it's positive or negative. You're just supposed to report the damn news. So, hello. But the debate tomorrow night is going to be on, guess what, ABC? Which reports 93% negative stuff on Trump.
That's crazy.
And one of the main news guys over at ABC, do you know what his name is? It's Georgie. His actual name is George. I call him Georgie. Georgie Stephanopoulos. Okay? You know who George
There you
Stephanopoulos
go.
is?
Why you gotta be saying these people names?
Do you know who he is? I'm just saying. He's, in his past, he was the, look, I'm just saying who he used to be. I'm just giving like a biography of the man, okay?
Okay.
His job back in the 90s was President Clinton's press secretary. So to believe that this man has no leanings is quite a hard thing to swallow, okay? Because he was, at one time, Bill Clinton was a Democrat, right? Wasn't
I guess so.
he? Yeah, Bill Clinton was a Democrat.
Yeah.
And George Stephanopoulos is a Democrat. So it's hard to take people's word when they say that they're not biased. But if you know what their political leanings are,
okay.
that kind of makes them biased.
Yeah, you got a point.
It just does.
Makes a very valid point.
I mean, he was the guy that had the cover for Bill Clinton during all the scandals that Bill Clinton had.
Yeah.
You know, with him, you know, what was her name? Monica Lewinsky. There was another girl, I forgot her name. Paula Jones, was that it? I forgot her
I don't
name.
know these people.
But there was a couple of them. He had some scandal. He got impeached almost. Like they did articles of impeachment against Bill.
It was a witch hunt.
It might have been. Look.
I know what Trump said. So
Look, I was a kid back then, so I don't even. I ain't done a deep dive into that because I'm worried about it now. I'm not worried about it back then. I mean, back then the joke of the day was, you know, if the man balanced the budget, which he actually did back in the day, which he was a good Democrat. I mean, he balanced the budget. He was the first president to do that in a long time, and we ain't had a president do that since. And I praise him for that. That's a good thing. I mean, how can you not have a balanced budget in the first place? I mean, are you and I allowed not to have a balanced budget and just keep spending money we ain't got? You know, are we? No, we're not. We go to jail for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
For not balancing our budget. That's right.
But the federal government can do whatever they want. They just spend.
Unlimited blank checks, man.
Just keep on writing them checks. I don't care. Yeah, we are in a deficit. That is a fact. It's over $30 trillion. $30 trillion.
Ooh, and the Texas lottery right now is $800 million.
And people say, I love Trump so much. Well, Trump contributed $8 trillion to that debt when he was in office. That's a fact.
He contributed to it, so.
That's a bad thing about Trump. He did contribute.
Not balance the budget.
He contributed $8 trillion. While he was, I'm not saying he's the one that did it himself, okay? I mean, through all the politics stuff that happened while he was president.
It happened on his watch.
It happened on his watch, okay? But I guarantee you the worst things that have happened on the president's watch have been in the past 4 years. Because the price of everything has gone up between 20 and 30%.
What do you think is the most expensive thing right now?
Gas.
Groceries.
Well, see,
Groceries is high.
that's the thing. My mom is a staunch Democrat, okay? She will vote blue no matter who when it comes to the presidential, at least. And she can't stand Trump. But anyway.
Because the whole grab about his filth and shit, like he's a person. A lot of women didn't like Trump.
When I see Biden sniffing little girls' hair, that makes it even worse for me. I'm just saying. And there's many videos on that on the internet.
He's Trump like grown women.
Exactly.
He like adult women. He don't like. He ain't no bad. He ain't like Creepy Joe.
I mean, it's just.
Hey, I'm gonna dress up like Joe Biden for Halloween. I'll have a creepy Uncle Joe.
You probably get shot around here. You might get shot around here. Yeah.
Creepy Joe.
That's the cool thing about Louis in Shreveport. Like every time I go to a gas station, on one of the pumps, there's gonna be some red marker that says FJB on it.
Oh,
FJB. Fuck Joe Biden.
FJB.
You know how many times I've seen that on
He ain't in office no more though.
I don't think he ever was. He was a puppet, man.
He was a puppet. Huh?
And if y'all elect Kamala, whatever her damn name is,
Kamala Harris.
you're just electing another damn puppet, okay?
She's on a string.
Did anybody vote for her in a presidential primary?
You crack me up whenever you talk politics.
Did they?
She's a puppet.
She's a puppet.
I'm not your puppet.
How many press conferences has Kamala Harris taken? Huh?
I don't know.
Have you seen her in a press conference?
Not really.
I haven't seen her in a press conference.
She got other shit going on.
No, she can't. All she can do is a CNN video, you know, where she sits down with a man at her side.
So, man.
Yeah, she's supposed to be the strong, independent president woman of the United States of America, but she's got to have a white man sitting at her side while she does an interview.
Do you prefer
She doesn't have the balls
the ball
to do an interview by herself.
But she's a woman, though.
She has to have a white man
She don't have
with
balls.
her. She has to have a white man with her to be able to make the snub
Would it be better if she had
on
a black
a
man?
pre-recorded, edited interview. Not just spontaneous questions from the press corps. None of that. No.
Ugh.
While Trump does that every day of the week, just about.
And he freestyles his, huh?
He don't care.
Okay, he just let it all hang out. Not second all. It's just
They're doing the same thing they
Trump's
did
running for shit.
during the last election. They're doing the same thing they did with Biden. They're just keeping her in the basement. Yeah. You can't come out unless we let you. And it's scripted. It's pre-recorded. We get to edit everything out of it, and we're gonna put all the best parts into it.
It's crazy.
Is that? Do you really want that person running your country? I want a person that goes into that's a bad comedian that gets heckled
Who?
and that can respond well.
A bad comedian.
That's what I would want as a president.
So what?
And that's the same thing as actually answering questions, live questions from different people out of the blue about whatever it may be, whether it be abortion, fracking, the economy, inflation, the wars in Ukraine and Israel, whatever the question may be.
True that.
You need to quick shot those questions at her. She needs to be able to answer. She can't do that. If she could, then don't you think they would have let her do it by now?
Maybe.
Which means that she is another puppet, just like Joe Biden was
She's on the string.
in the last election. She's just another puppet.
A puppeteer.
The
puppet master.
It's terrible, man. And there's actually people out there that are going to still vote for her. Look, I don't care if you don't vote for. Whatever you do, just don't vote for Kamala, okay? If you can't vote for Trump, that's cool. There's going to be a Green Party candidate on there. There's going to be like 3 or 4 different candidates on the presidential election, okay? Can any one of y'all tell me why I should vote for Kamala? Please, let me know. Why? Because I haven't found a reason yet. I don't even know who she is. Until yesterday, she didn't even have a platform on her website. At all. No.
Drinking.
I was thirsty, man.
So, I also heard that the Hells Angels was heading to Colorado. Did you see that?
I've seen a lot of crap about that, but I ain't seen anything that's for real.
And what if the Venezuelan in the situation, just the first wave, from here it just gets crazy and crazier?
Well, there was a CIA agent on the Sean Ryan podcast that said there were thousands of terrorists inside of our country already, just because of all the illegal immigration we've had.
Oh, that's crazy.
Thousands of terrorists already in our country. This is a CIA agent that said this, and she's active duty. Like, she's not
Crazy,
retired, just talking crap.
Oh.
No.
Well, be prepared. Exercise your right to bear arms. Exercise your right to practice and use those arms as well, for the safety of your loved ones.
And I blame. We go back to this a lot, man. Know your neighbor. If you know your neighbors in an apartment complex, okay, and y'all all know each other, and y'all are friendly with each other, especially down here in the South where we have all of our guns, then you're not going to let some Venezuelan gang come in and tell you what to do, okay? If you're friendly with everybody that you know in the apartment complex, everybody knows everybody, right? At least says hi to everybody, you know. Then y'all kind of make a bond together. I mean, unfortunately, in some cities across the United States, it's come to the point where you cannot rely on government to save you. But here's my point: you should never rely on government to save you.
Yeah.
Never. That's why you need to know your neighbor. You need to be friends with as many people as you can that are like-minded like you, at least to the point of where something
out of the ordinary happened.
Yeah, something out of the ordinary happened.
Chuck's supposed to be at home.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Just,
Oh, yeah.
You notice certain stuff, you know.
Yeah.
When you're friends with your neighbors, you notice certain different, like who's at the house, why his truck's here and he's supposed to be at work at this time, or
Exactly.
just why has a repair van been sitting in his yard for the last 2 days? You notice stuff when you're friends with your neighbors.
Exactly.
That's why it's important. You notice the comings and goings, and they'll notice stuff about you. It's always good to be very informed.
The best thing we can do as people right now is just come together locally.
Yeah,
Together with each other.
We need you.
We need love. We don't need hate. We just need love. Okay?
We need
But if somebody's coming to threaten us, we've got to have each other's backs.
We got to help each other.
Because you cannot rely on government to protect you all the time. Because sometimes government breaks down. Look, we just had like a trial run on that from COVID. COVID put some crazy... Man, you couldn't go see your mama if she was dying in the hospital. You couldn't go to a funeral. Like, you couldn't have a funeral for somebody that died from COVID. I mean, this was like a trial run almost of how much you're willing to take or accept. But at the end of it, you know, when we come out to the end of it and find out what really happened, you know, it was like 1% of people actually died from COVID. So it really wasn't that, and it was mostly elderly people and people that have a lot of pre-existing conditions. Yeah.
A lot of times, a lot of those people didn't die from COVID, but because they had COVID and they could have died from something else. They just still categorize all that stuff together.
Yeah, there were people that got in a motorcycle wreck, and when they got in the hospital, they said, "Oh, well, they died of COVID." Like, what? Excuse me? But the reason for that was because the federal government was giving them money to report COVID cases.
Oh, crazy.
But y'all, we've got to start relying on each other a lot more and less on whatever's on TV and whatever's in the government. But I do challenge y'all, any one of y'all out there that can tell me one reason, just one, why I should vote for Kamala Harris. Please. And if it's because she's a woman, you can shut up. I'm just saying. I don't care if you're a male or female. I don't care what color your skin is. I care what you bring to the table.
Oh, make it juicy. What they win? What they win, Mike?
T-shirt.
A T-shirt.
They get a T-shirt.
Okay, that's cool.
They get a T-shirt. I'll buy them a drink.
A T-shirt.
I can buy them a drink.
And some shots.
I'll bring them a drink.
He's a great American guy.
America!
Who could ask for more? T-shirts, some whiskey. You can't get that just anywhere. You know, we keep a lot of whiskey around here. We've had everything from Jameson to the Angels Envy, Woodford, Jack Daniels is my old standby favorite.
You know the next whiskey we're going to write?
Who?
You know the next whiskey we're going to have on the show?
Who? Who is the
Kentucky Dale. The KD!
Why? Are you going broke or something?
No. We're going to start down on the low end and work our way up.
Wow,
and I don't know much lower than KD, do you?
KD, I don't know. Yeah, I thought
And that's
pretty much scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's the bottom of the barrel, yeah.
only thing lower than that is just we gonna find an old bottle with a skull and an X on it saying whiskey on it.
The only thing,
like Tom and Jerry having a saloon. Remember that?
when you open the top and it like floats out the top of it.
The ghost floats out the top. And he always had to smell the top.
Yeah, yeah.
They got a skull and bones on the bottom. Yeah, so.
The only thing that could ever be even like close to KD would be Mad Dog. Mad Dog 2020.
I said Thunderbirds. That Thunder.
I've never had Thunderbird.
That Thunderbird took a lot of them out. Hey, that Thunderbird sent a lot of them home. I trust
Dude,
me.
I've had Mad Dog. Thunderbirds, anything like Mad Dog, I don't want.
Thunderbirds come in these big green 1-gallon jugs.
Oh my God.
And they were so cheap. They sold them at
like
price
$2.
low. When the Super One used to be price low, you could go in there and buy, and I want to say it was like $1.50.
Oh.
And I knew a guy used to stay. He was a friend of my dad's. He stayed next to my dad, and it had this nasty ass smell to it because you could smell it once it get hot outside. He would keep all the jugs. So back then we recycled glass. We gave a fuck about the environment. But he would keep all the jugs in this little bin on the side of the house, and the sun would hit it. You could smell it. It was just horrible. I could close my eyes now and remember that stench. That funky stench and that sunlight. Oh my goodness.
I don't know the smell, but I know what you're talking about.
I will tell you this though. I had some of my best times down at the house. Those people were very good to me. Because there was other people stayed there other than my pop's friend. Matter of fact, Miss Vera was my first babysitter. While my mom went back to work after she had me. She was my babysitter. Miss Vera was sweet as sugar. And that woman would make some pinto beans and rice and a big old hunk of cornbread that'll make you want to cry, man. I can remember like I was sitting at the dinner table right now. And the thing about it is all those people have passed away. But those people were part of my childhood growing up. And I know that's a jumping off subject, but you know, sometimes you just have stuff that relate to other stuff, you know. But But yeah, that Thunderbird that's scraping the pile.
Maybe we should get Thunderbird, KD, and Mad Dog on the same.
Who gonna drink this shit?
No, we'll just have a shot.
I ain't drinking none of that shit.
I'll just have a shot of each and rate them.
Then
and be like, which one is the worst?
Hey, when you see them jugs or them bottles of that liquor that he just named.
Do y'all want us to have all three on this show? And have a shot of each and rate them and just tell you which one we think is the worst.
That shit that gonna happen.
I think we should do it.
We gonna both be in jail by that.
You know, I'm not saying we're gonna drink the whole bottle of every one of them.
Oh, I ain't drinking
at all.
None of that shit.
In fact, we'll probably just have a shot of each and pour the rest of the shit out and just drink some normal whiskey like normal men do. You know what I'm just saying? Yeah.
I would say something. Thunderbird and KD and what else you said?
Mad Dog, that'll turn you into a different person, bro.
We might well just get a case of bull and go for a walk, cause that's what you're doing.
No.
I know a lot of old school cats.
I don't like going for a walk after I'm drinking something like that. Nope.
I know a lot of old school cats used to drink that bull, boy. Them blue cows in a can, and send a lot of them to a lot of ups and downs in the middle of the night, you know. But yeah. That whole thing with the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado and Chicago, I hope that the whole situation can be resolved quickly.
It's just where's law enforcement? Man?
And non-violently.
Where's law enforcement?
I don't know. They didn't call me.
Somebody's obviously holding them back from taking these gangs out.
Yeah.
I mean, these gangs are obviously terrorizing tenants, which are rightful, lawful tenants that pay rent at an apartment complex.
Well, they got the gangs.
And obviously they've called the police on these gangs. Obviously they have. And even if they haven't, this has made the national news. So you could imagine the local police know about it. So what are they doing?
And the jail's probably so full right now.
Man, we can find a place for them here.
Like what?
Man, we can find a place for them. We can find a place for them.
No,
namely, back where they fucking came from. How about that? Because they're here illegally in the first damn place. You got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are waiting to come here legally, doing it the right way.
And they cut a line in front of them.
And you've got Venezuelan gangs that are killing people and raping people. There was a rape. They did rape somebody. And they have killed people. And they have robbed places. And they're here illegally in the first place. So, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Pussyfooting around, I guess.
That's why.
Trying to buy time.
That's why I'm saying, if law enforcement, it obviously has failed wherever these cities are. Law enforcement has failed. The government has failed. So it's best to know your neighbor.
Yeah.
And for y'all to band together and protect
anything.
yourselves.
Yeah. And see if they
Protect
need
yourself.
anything. Get them a cup of sugar, a cup of coffee or something.
And you've got elderly neighbors too. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with sharing.
I mean, can you imagine a Venezuelan gang member coming up to your 80-year-old grandma that's living by herself in assisted living and taking control of her apartment facility and just beating the hell out of her? I mean, come on, man. What are y'all doing up there? This is America.
God damn,
What the fuck, man? This shit pisses me off. It really does, man. This is fucking America, man. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Well, that's why you gotta vote. You gotta vote. You gotta do all you can. I know a lot of people don't think that voting matter, but you gotta voice your opinion.
I'm sorry, man. Shit just pisses me off, man. Shit just pisses me off, bro.
I see he ain't got all razzle dazzles in here.
Not y'all attacking people that can't defend themselves, and y'all just letting it happen.
That's the definition of a bully.
And we got there's police there, and they're not doing anything.
They're not doing that. What you mean? They're not doing
If they were doing anything, would it have made the national news?
Well, they was hanging out and stuff, just chilling.
Obviously so.
They got the coffee and donuts on deck.
Man.
Coffee and donuts. I love hot coffee and donuts.
You know what?
We should go get some coffee and donuts.
No. We should go to Colorado.
What? And do what? You ran out by the Venezuela.
We should bring the flamingos with us.
Flamingos.
Locked and loaded.
Release our wrath.
Locked and loaded.
Hey, with great vengeance.
Torches in hand.
Torches. Yeah. That sounds like some KKK shit.
Yeah. No.
That's not
definitely not KKK.
That's not a black guy thing. A lot of black people say we don't do cut torches.
We don't do torches. We can redefine the torch. Torch got a bad rap, man. Torch got a bad rap.
The torch has got exactly what it deserves.
The torch is just a light for you to, see shit.
America.
So I mean, are y'all smoking too much pot up there? Is that what it is?
Where?
Are they smoking too much weed in Colorado?
I'm sure it is. It's legal there.
And Chicago?
Yeah.
All these places, weed is legal. Maybe weed shouldn't be legal. I don't think that's it.
How can you say something?
I don't think that's it.
So shattering.
I don't think that's it. I think, I don't know why, but
you're wrong, Mike.
These people would be dead if they was here. Could you imagine if they came down here and did that? They would be dead.
What are they coming down here for?
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't got enough for them.
But I'm saying if they came here in Shreveport to an apartment complex and, did what they did up there, do you think they would still be alive, or do you think there would be a long shootout? There'd be a lot of dead people.
Oh, there'd be a long shootout.
Yeah.
Because, people, you got a lot of people here that work hard just to get the little crumbs that they do get. You gonna let somebody come in and take that from them?
That's why I say it's only in certain cities this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
And if you notice, all these cities are Democrat cities. They're Democrat cities. They're sanctuary cities. Where if you're illegal, you're allowed to be there no matter what, and you won't be deported. And that's the thing. I don't care if you're an immigrant coming in and you're trying to make a better life for yourself. I love you and I hope you come in. But if you're part of these gangs that are coming in and taking over apartment complexes and terrorizing people, hell no. Why the hell would I let you come into my country? You're not going to help anything. We do need immigrants here, but we need the ones that are coming in to help us, not the ones that are hurting us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well,
So y'all let us know what y'all think. What do y'all think about this? Is anybody going to respond? Or anybody going to give us an opinion that they have?
yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. Well, yeah. So what else is going on? What else in the news? Our tropical storm is coming in.
Yep.
On the Gulf Coast again, man. The Gulf Coast can't get a break. As soon as things dry and start looking normal again, like Houston got back quiet. Here come another storm.
It's just been some rain lately. That's about it.
Well, they got to make up for July.
Ain't been nothing bad.
Huh?
This is actually like the first storm that's going to hit the U.S. this year. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
What's the other one?
I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist.
Hey, the meteorologist predicted a much worse than normal hurricane season this year.
Sees that up yet?
And so far,
what if by being worse mean he means back-to-back storm? What is the storm brewing up now as this one approaches?
so far this year, compared to all the other years, we're below average. So far. Now, of course, we can make up for that.
Out of space.
But so far, we're below average.
Below average for rainfall or for storms?
For storms. Hurricanes.
Huh?
For hurricanes. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
And there was actually a CNN article about that.
What?
It said the reason why we were below normal for hurricanes this year was because of global warming. But in the beginning of hurricane season, when they first predicted that it would be a larger than normal hurricane season, they said it was going to be that because of global warming.
All they know what they talk about.
So now they're blaming both ends of it on global warming. It's just like, come on, guys.
The brown guy going off.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
Come on, guys.
What is that? Stop pulling my leg.
Come on, guys. Come on,
They're
guys.
pulling your leg?
Come on, guys. Just saying.
Oh, well.
According to some people, we've got the most lush earth we've had in a long time.
No, I don't know when it was really lush.
According to a lot of people, our earth right now is much greener than it has ever been. Not ever, but that it's been in a very long time. Because of the amount of CO2 in the air.
And why is it so much CO2?
Because the plants live off CO2. The more CO2 that's in the air, the lusher and the greener and the more the plants.
CO2 and the plants release the oxygen. Right?
We do. But here's the thing. The more CO2 there is, the more the plants grow. Which means the more greener it is. The bigger the plants grow.
And then more oxygen.
So maybe CO2 isn't
It's
such a bad thing after all. Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe,
Who knows? We'll find out. Fact is, the Earth has been uninhabitable desert and uninhabitable icefall many, many times over the years. 4.3 billion years.
Well,
hopefully it doesn't just flick us off like a bean one day. Because the Earth can do that, and it will.
It's crazy, folks. That's what I have to deal with.
It's just like there's like communities saying, hey, maybe the Earth just wanted us to make like plastic. The Earth couldn't make plastic on its own, and it's like, hey, I want plastic, so let's make these humans, and they'll make the plastic, and knock out all the humans off. There it is. Who knows? Nobody knows. We don't know. I don't know.
Well, how you know?
Nobody really knows. They can guess.
Who knows?
They
Like
can
that.
guess. You can guess.
Well, thank y'all once again for joining us. The Black Guy and Brown Guy walking to a bar.
Vote for whoever you want to. Just don't vote for Kamala.
That's crazy.
No vote for Kamala, please. Lord, don't vote for her. Vote for whoever else you want to. Just not her.
Is Kamala that bad? Like,
Terrible. She's a figurehead. Just another Joe Biden.
hey, wow.
Just another Joe Biden.